Do you know what fucking grinds my gears? Men are saying, oh, why aren't there any good girls in the world? You're the problem. You're the reason why there's no good girls in the world. Because these girls are fucking sick of being fucking played and mugged off all the time by these stupid fucking boys. So, how dare you fucking say, oh, fuck off.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor The Fiend back again with another response video. And guys, before we jump into today's episode, don't forget to subscribe on your way in, and don't forget to subscribe to our newest member of Fiend Gang, Detective Warg. His channel will be linked in the video description. But without further ado, let's jump into the rest of today's video.
Do you know what fucking grinds my gears? Men are saying, oh, why aren't there any good girls in the world? You're the problem. You're the reason why there's no good girls in the world.
I mean, there are some good girls in the world, but unfortunately, a lot of them are found in the East. You see, the attitudes that are present in the Western countries, guys, of, I don't need no man, men are garbage, I'm going to get on Tinder, I'm going to date around and see what happens, and then I'm going to try and settle down at 35. It just doesn't quite cut it for a lot of men who are interested in dating. So a lot of men are saying, you know what, no thank you, I'm not interested. And guys, there are some good girls out there. It's just that there are less and less of them. They have all been, well, not all, but most of them have been brainwashed by the indoctrination camps of universities and womanism.
Because these girls are fucking sick of being fucking played and mugged off all the time by these stupid fucking boys.
So you're sick of being played by quote-unquote boys. My question to always respond to these girls who just, they always seem to be in their car yelling at TikTok, guys. It's kind of like a trend going on, right? My response to this is, if you keep getting played by boys, perhaps your selection process is incorrect. Perhaps it's not the men who are in the wrong. Perhaps you are selecting the wrong men. You know, people will come out and say, oh, Taylor, your content is super weird. Like, don't you feel sorry for the girls at all? You know, dating is hard for them as well. I don't feel sorry for them at all. They chose the path that they walked down, okay? Just because they view their options as lesser than them, or the men that they have in their inbox aren't attractive to them, I don't care. Okay, too many average girls are wanting guys who are not average. And what do they offer in return? Guys will always say, oh, I'm the table, or this or that. But really, a lot of them don't provide, they can't even provide compassion these days, guys, or gratitude. So what exactly are you talking about?
So, how dare you fucking say, oh, fuck off.
Also, I know only a very small percentage of men who say there are no good women. A lot of guys will come around and say, yeah, look, it's just a lot harder these days to find a girl who's wife material or girlfriend material, which is certainly very, very true. I don't see a whole lot of guys saying, you know what, all women are terrible. In fact, the closest I see to that is a lot of men say, you know what, yeah, there are some good ones, but the risk isn't worth it. Like, yeah, I can risk all of my possessions, I can risk having kids with a woman, splitting custody and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, it's a risk. So even if you do manage to find a good one who's worth the relationship and all that sort of thing, no girl is worth marriage, especially guys in the West, because you could be screwed over for it. It's not the fact that every woman does do terrible things, it's that every woman can take you for half your crap and take you for the kids.
We have a problem. I date around. I date a lot of people. Sometimes I get paid to go on the dates, sometimes I kick people in the balls. Like, the variety is the spice of life.
Can you imagine being this woman's father? Like, you come across this video, I just noticed as well, we got some hand tattoos here, of course, as well. Can you imagine being this woman's father and you come across this video and she just opens up by talking to literally everybody on the internet who wants to see it by saying that she dates around and she dates men for money? This is literally what 2022 has turned into, guys. I think this word floating around of normalize has taken things a little bit too far, because to me, guys, there is nothing normal about this. Now, if this girl wants to go around and date people like this, that's her own decision to make. But again, guys, the moment the word commitment comes up, or the moment that you want something from men in return, yeah, that's a no thank you on that one, Chief.
I met a 6-foot-tall lumberjack of a man with bright green eyes at the grocery store. And he made me dinner in his home. And then we danced in the living room. We danced in the fucking living room like it's the Titanic. And we have seen each other every day since then. I show up to his job at lunch with a sandwich. This is my new thing. I'm like, here, daddy, are you hungry? And he's like, yeah, babe. And then he kisses my face like this, like I'm a small dog and I'm so special and tiny. And I don't even know what he looks like naked. And I'm there every day with the sandwich.
Guys, I've said this over and over again, okay? But even the fiercest of womanists turns into essentially a little girl for men that she finds attractive, right? And men that do it for her. The girls who come out here screaming, men are terrible, I don't like men, we're so oppressed, the patriarchy, the wage gap, which by the way doesn't exist, and all of this crap about I'm the table, I'm a queen, I'm a boss babe, girl boss, whatever disgusting language that they use nowadays, right? They'll come out here and say all these things, but then when they come across a man that they like, all of that womanist garbage goes out the window when she's with him. That strong and independent crap, or that, oh, men have to do this for me, they have to do that, it all goes out the window for dudes that they find attractive. Right? All of these, oh, I have such high standards because I'm a boss babe, I'm a queen. All of these things get thrown out the window when they come across a man who's actually attractive to them. And mind you, I want to bring up another point here before we continue on to the next clip, okay? Notice how she mentions that she met the guy in the grocery store. Now, guys, you will hear women say all the time on the internet, don't approach us. We don't want to be spoken to. It's super intrusive for men to approach us at the grocery store, blah, blah, blah. And in all likelihood, this woman right here is one of those women who says that. But you know what, guys? Because the man is attractive, she'll meet the dude at the grocery store. But if the dude's unattractive, she doesn't want to talk to any guy who's unattractive at the grocery store, guys. It's all a matter of really how attractive the guy is to her. Now, that's not to say that you can't improve as a man and you can't become attractive. A lot of people will say like, oh, Taylor, you're being doomy gloomy. There's certainly room for improvement. But what I'm saying is if the man's not attractive, she couldn't give a crap. The dude who approached her at the grocery store, he's a creep. Men are terrible. They should stop hitting on us, etc.
And then you already told them you wanted flowers, you don't want them anymore because you had to tell them.
I always laugh when I see videos that make women seem like such complicated creatures. So let's talk about it. You have to start by taking the flowers out of the equation, because if it was just about the flowers, she would just buy them for herself. So what's the meaning behind them? They're a sign that someone cares and a display of affection. And I'm sure you made plenty of those when you first met, but they became less frequent as the relationship progressed. And since people fall in love in small moments, it can be really hard to feel loved once they stop. So when women say, I want flowers, but I don't want to have to ask you to buy them for me, they're just saying, I want you to care, but I don't want to have to ask you to show me that you do.
It's always funny how a lot of modern women, they'll get themselves into situations where they need to clamber for a man's attention and, you know, and try and get the man to do things like give them attention, give them flowers. And it's like you complain when the man doesn't do those things for them. You know, it's like, I'm going to get into a relationship with a man who doesn't validate me and who doesn't give me what I want, but then I'm going to try and convince him to do the things that I want him to do. And I will say, guys, this woman, for once across the TikToks I've had, she actually has a little bit of a point here, which is like, if you get into a relationship with someone, you shouldn't change your behaviors over the course of time, right? It's kind of like a girl getting into a relationship with a guy and manipulating the dude with bedroom funds. So I can see where she's coming from with this, guys. But let me tell you something. Girls who say that they want flowers and then they don't, and they play all these little mind games and this crap, guys, really just a complete waste of time. And girls will get into relationships with men who won't give them these things and then complain when they don't get them. Like, what did you expect? That's exactly what you signed up for. But she does have a little bit of a point here, which is, you know, I wouldn't recommend getting into relationships with people and then, you know, changing up your tune, so to speak.
Want a sign of affection, and flowers stop being a sign of affection if you're just fulfilling her request. They want you to care enough to do it, not just do it because they asked. So many of you complain that she's expecting you to read her mind, but I bet this isn't the first time she's asked you to show that you care.
Yeah, but here's the thing, guys. When women sit down and they say that they want things and they want things, a lot of the times, if you as a man actually end up giving these things, they don't want them anyway, right? So a girl might come and say, oh, I want you to do this, I want you to do that, I want you to care about me, blah, 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 I want you to open up with your feelings, all of this kind of crap. When men come along and do these things, oftentimes it's very counterproductive for the relationship. Okay, and if you just say arbitrary crap like, oh, I want you to show that you care, like, you're going to have to be more specific than that. Men are not mind readers. We're not here to work out exactly what you're saying. You're not children. Okay, men are not interested in going out here and having to figure out women and, you know, read between the lines of what they say. It's just absolute bullcrap, man. It's tiring. It really is.
So maybe it's not that she's not saying it, and it's just that you're not listening.
Thinking a lot about coded language on dating profiles.
Yes, we are now talking about cis straight white men on dating apps, and if a guy's profile says that he likes it when a girl can appreciate dark humor, it means that he does in fact make racist and sexist jokes. If his profile says that he is moderate or apolitical, it means that he's either a conservative who actively voted against your human rights, or he doesn't care if you have human rights at all. Either way.
I love how, you know, voting one way in America, which is, I'm assuming this is where this woman's from, voting one way is voting against her human rights, guys. Isn't that hilarious? I don't know if you guys have noticed, or there's probably a lot of you who watch a channel called Think Before You Sleep. Absolutely fantastic channel, and he got attacked recently by all of the you know, the interesting caricatures on Twitch, Hassan and crap like that, right? And he made a video where he was talking about the kind of harassment that men face, and a lot of the harassment that men face is stuff like political things, right? So women will come out here and say, oh, I won't date him if he's a conservative, I won't date him if he makes spicy jokes, I won't date him if he does this and that. And the kind of bullying that men receive, by the way, guys, is oftentimes in line with their political beliefs. That's why nobody tells, by the way, nobody will sit here and tell women, oh yeah, by the way, I'm this or I'm that, because they're looking for reasons to disqualify men. So what men will do is they won't say crap about their religious beliefs, they won't say crap about their political beliefs, right? But you know what? They'll use you for some bedroom fun, and they'll see you on the way out because you're a pain in the neck.
Way you should not go out with him. If his profile talks a lot about his active lifestyle, how it's important if the girl he's dating has an active lifestyle, and that he's looking for a gym buddy, he is looking for a skinny girl.
Notice how this woman is butthurt because she's not the skinniest of women, by the way. Like, all of these things, guys, are just disqualifiers for her, right? Oh, I won't date a man if he does this, 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 and this. And you know what, guys? As she gets older and older, this list will start to dwindle smaller and smaller.
If his profile talks about faith or his faith in any way, it means that he is looking for a Christian or Catholic girl, and he's definitely not looking for a Jewish girl. And I only bring that up because I got to figure that out in real time. If his profile specifically says he's looking for a laid-back, drama-free girl, he is in search of the cool girl, which does not really exist in real life, but he does expect you not to have any thoughts or opinions of your own.
Men who say this are not looking for women with no thoughts or opinions of their own. They're just looking for girls who are not entitled and argumentative. You see, what you've done is you've taken a man's preference for having some peace for a woman who has no thoughts of her own, which is really not true at all. A lot of guys just don't want the headache of dealing with women who are argumentative all the time. No guy wants to come home from work and then try and, you know, relax at the end of the day, or he'll say something and then the girl will just try and start an argument or be a headache. It's really unpleasant. You guys might like the drama. You guys might like the ups and downs, but a lot of men actually prefer peace. I know that's shocking. I know that's hard to understand, but it is what it is.
If you match and he asks for your Snapchat, he will send you unsolicited pictures of his genitals. That is a guarantee. He is looking for a laid-back, conservative Christian, skinny white girl that he can gaslight into eternity.
Sounds like someone is a little bit butthurt because she can't lock down the men that she wants. By the way, girls who make videos complaining about Tinder specifically or dating bios, they are some of the most hopeless of all, because what they're doing is they're getting on here and they have a laundry list of things that are disqualifiers that in truth make no sense, but really they've just been rejected by dudes who are well out of their league. Yo guys, it's Taylor here. Just want to say thank you if you made it to the end of today's episode. Before you go, remember to subscribe to our other Fiend Gang members. Their channels will be linked in the video description. Our newest member is Detective Warg, so make sure that you go and show him some love. He's putting out daily content for you guys. Also, one of the characters I use and also a lot of our thumbnail artwork is done by an artist called The Gecko Ninja. He's absolutely fantastic, and his socials are going to be linked in the video description as well if you want to commission him for some amazing art. Otherwise, take it easy, gents, and I will see you all in the next episode. Peace.